on, everyone? Welcome back to MotoGear TV. It's Mark and we're back. M3 rebuild. Hope you guys enjoy it because we're tired. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to MotoGear TV and we're back with the M3 rebuild series. So in this video we're going to be focusing on the oil cooler that is on the car. As you guys have seen from previous videos, it did sustain some damage. It is kind of bent out of shape, so we need to replace that. And
are we going to do a stock one?
We are not going to do a stock one. We are going to do a big boy upgrade. Now I know this is a rebuild series, but we're actually going to use this video to turn it into a upgrade series. More importantly, for the oil cooler. Now, as some of you guys may have seen from previous videos, our oil cooler was damaged in the accident. It has a pretty decent sized dent in it, so we decided to go with a great upgrade unit from E92. Now, this unit is supposed to improve the overall cooling for the oil performance, so we're hoping that we get some good gains from that. But I actually have the package right here, so let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing for you guys and show you what is included. Now, starting from the outside, as you guys can see, for BMW M3 E90. Now I do know that this does fit the E92 as well, so for you E92 guys, this will work for you also. Here are some of the specs on this oil cooler. It has 69% bigger core volume, so it's definitely going to be a large improvement over stock. 59% bigger active cooling area, so the front of the cooler is a lot larger than on the OEM. It has 19% lower oil temperatures. Now, typically for street driving on the E90 M3, the oil temperature usually falls within the 210-220 range. So 90% cooler is definitely going to be a big improvement over stock. We will be testing that to see what the oil temperature is on this car. I know from the research that I've done that it should be around that range. So hopefully we see some improvements in that area. And also, for you track guys, this is going to be one of the bigger must-haves if you're trying to control the cooling temperatures on your car. I know another upgrade that people tend to do is also pair this with a upgraded radiator and also the DCT cooler. Those three things in combination will probably see the biggest benefits on these cars. So let's go ahead and actually unbox this now. Now, E92 does do an excellent job in packaging these oil coolers. We have some styrofoam pieces here, and from the top you can see that they included some very high quality instructions for you guys that like to have paper instructions for reference. We will be utilizing this for our install, but the job is pretty simple, so hopefully this will be a good reference. And then for hardware, they do include these black caps. Now, these caps are actually to block off the oil lines because there is going to be some oil drippage once we remove those lines from the cooler, so we'll need to utilize these. And they actually come in two sizes, if I can get this out. And now they actually do come in two sizes. Pre-LCI E90s use either the smaller or the larger. I'm not 100% sure, but at least there is that option for you guys. And then it comes with two screws to bolt the oil cooler up to the lines, and also two O-rings to replace the ones that are currently on the car. Now, I won't be using these O-rings for this video. I actually went ahead and ordered some genuine BMW O-rings. I don't necessarily think this is needed for this type of install, but for me personally, I just like to keep things OEM when I can. And now the O-rings for the E92 oil cooler are actually pretty high quality, so I don't think there will be any issues here. But just in case I run into any fitment issues with those, I just wanted to have these handy. So now let's go on to the actual meat and potatoes of this install. Wow, I can already feel the weight difference. Now look at this. Really impressive quality on this unit. Like, look at the end caps. Really nice welds. Everything looks to be machined pretty well. And now the weight, like, you can really feel. I wish you guys could feel this through the camera. Like, it's a solid piece.
Yeah, we can compare it to the stock one as well.
Yeah, we'll do a size comparison for you guys so you can see exactly how it stacks up. You can see their logo right here, nice and embossed. And also the finish is somewhat in a satin silver, so to kind of match the OEM finish that's already on the car. So that's a good addition. Now, before we jump ahead and go into the install, I just wanted to highlight a few tips that I saw from reading the instructions that were provided. For the silicone caps, it says to use the 60mm caps for early 2008 models or the 80mm caps on 2008 plus. So for our car, it's a 2011 E90, so we'll need bigger of the two. They do have a pretty important tip here where it says if you have the 2007 or early 2008 models, you may have to shorten your oil line pipe if it looks like the ones in these photos, but if not, it should mount right up. And it also refers to replace the OEM O-rings with the provided O-rings that come in the kit. For the later model E90Xs, it actually does recommend to use the OEM O-rings and not use the ones that are provided in the kit. So for our car, we won't be using the provided O-rings and we'll use the OEMs, which is actually lucky because I did not know that and I did not read the instructions, so it's actually good that I had these on hand. So
Importance of reading the instructions.
well, OEM.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, so let's go ahead with the first couple of steps and then let's see where we get. So before we get started, I actually wanted to mention that we are still waiting on one piece for our radiator support. We do have the plastic piece that is missing from underneath, but we do need a rubber insert that will need to be installed to keep our radiator in place. So we will be revisiting this area once we get the oil cooler installed. We should be able to remove this without any issues. First, we're actually gonna go ahead and disconnect the lines. They're held in by one 13mm nut, one on both sides, and then after that you just need a T45 to remove this screw here, and then it should come right off. Now before we go ahead and remove the lines, you do want to have a bucket or a rag on deck just in case you have a lot of spillage. But now we can just go ahead and wiggle the line out. Oh, that's why the bucket is important. Nice. So we'll just let that drain and then do the same thing on the other side. We will be doing an oil change on this car, so don't you worry about that. And then for the cap. Now that all the oil has drained out, we can go ahead and remove the 3 T45 screws. And there we have it. So now you guys can have a good side-by-side comparison of the OEM oil cooler compared to the DO88.
Pretty decent size upgrade.
Wow, you can side by side look at the difference. And even the weight, like lifting this up, you can definitely tell the difference. This has no oil in it and it already feels twice as heavy as this guy. Maybe not that much, but there is a significant difference in weight. Yeah, build quality is definitely there. The OEM one isn't bad, but this upgrade is always a plus. Now the last thing I want to mention before we finish up this install, let's go ahead and remove the rubber bushings from the OEM oil cooler and then transfer those to the new one. So before I go ahead and install the new O-rings, I just wanted to show you guys the part number in case you guys would like to purchase it. There will be a link in the description for this part as well. Okay guys, so that just wraps this video off. As you guys can see, the install was pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We did have the advantage of not having the bumper on the car. For you guys that want to tackle this install at home, it will be pretty simple with the use of some simple basic hand tools. Now I will be giving you guys my secondary opinion once we actually get the car up and running. I think for the next video we're actually going to be dropping the car off at the shop to get the oil pan replaced and also the rod bearings done, so stay tuned for that. And as always, if you guys enjoyed M3 content, go ahead and leave some comments down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and also remember to subscribe for more content like this on the MotoGear TV channel. And as always, we out.